So we're out here at Cooper Lake State Park this weekend checking out a few things for Lolapalooza. And man, I have forgotten what a beautiful state park this is. It really is spread out and spread far and wide, but other than that, it's gorgeous.
She's lost. She's lost on land again. They lost my friend. Lost on land again.
So I don't know if the leaves will be changing yet by the time Lollapalooza gets here, or some years they don't change at all. Some years it just suddenly gets cold in November and they all fall out of the trees. Texas is weird. But yeah, speaking of Texas being weird, I don't know, some of you might remember last year it was so rainy all of August and September that most of Texas lakes were flooded, and I was scrambling to try to find a place to even have this meetup. Well, this year is literally the exact opposite. We got zero rain the whole month of September. It's October 5th, I think, and no precipitation so far. So, there is a burn ban across most of the state at this point. Right today, this state park is not under a burn ban, but it very well could happen by the end of October if we don't get some sort of a rain. So, just wanted to throw that out there. Campfires are nice, but they really aren't mandatory. You can just put a Lucy light in your fire ring and call it good, right? Right. Even here in the day use area, the deer just frolic through the parking lot. Huh. How neat. So something kind of unique to the Texas state parks is you don't have to have a fishing license to fish as long as you are on Texas state park property. If you're out on a boat, you have to have a license. So if fishing is your thing, bring your pole and get a line wet. So this is the Buggy Whip equestrian area. A lot of us are going to be camped down here, and this is where we're going to have the potluck on Saturday at 4 o'clock. And also this is where we'll have our initial meeting on Thursday at 4 o'clock. That's October 24th. It'll be right here at the bathrooms behind me in the equestrian area, Buggy Whip. So Cooper Lake State Park is fairly spread out. So if you have a bike or some other little mode of transportation, it might come in very handy. But if not, don't worry about it. Just get to know your neighbors. There's lots of people who have just a vehicle, and not just, if all you're in is a big RV, you can probably catch a ride with a neighbor. So, but yeah, there's lots of parking at the Buggy Whip, and this is Deer Haven, where a lot of the events will be taking place, and they're just right around the corner from each other. So this weekend we didn't see any crazy ants. I'm not Chuck will be real happy to hear about that. But we did notice that there are a lot of spiders out here at Cooper Lake State Park. But they're pretty much just up in the trees catching the gnats. So not a lot of bug problems, I was happy to report. While we were here, we also checked out the AT&T cell phone signal all over the park. And unfortunately there's not a lot down in the campsites, down in the different loops. There was 1 to 2 bars. I mean, you could still at least make phone calls and texts and stuff. But the best signal was up by the cabins, and we got a solid 4 bars up there. So if cell phone reception is something that's important to you, just please know that. And one other thing I wanted to remind you guys about is that we will be having a free table. So if you want to bring something to add to the free table, please do. Last year we had lots of different kinds of books and movies and lighting and gadgets that would go well with the RV life. So if you have something like that, please bring it along. And if you need something like that, please check the free table and make sure you take something if you can make use of it. I think that's a cool thing, and I hope lots of people get involved. I am so excited about this meetup, you guys. I can't wait to see you all again. Or if I haven't seen you and met you before, I can't wait to meet you. This is going to be a lot of fun. So I will see you October 24th through the 27th at Lolapalooza 2019, Cooper Lake State Park in North Texas. Y'all be safe and stay lost, my friends. I don't think the leaves are going to be changing yet by the end of October, maybe. It's all right. I'm just sitting there talking to myself. Thank you. I needed a Pepsi. Vicky. So something kind of unique to the Texas state parks is you don't have to have a fishing license to fish here as long as your feet are on the banks of the state park. So if fishing is your thing, bring your pole and throw in a hook. What do you say?
Throw in a line.
Throw in a line. That's right.
Get a hook wet. Get a line wet.